So, do we live in a clown world? I think that's an appropriate question to ask nowadays, as I spend a lot of time looking for stuff to talk about on the channel. I come across some random stuff that's just really just mind-boggling to me, and I've been saving them up. Figured I'd run through them in one video, and I think it highlights just how strange the world is now. This is some weird stuff. So I'm going to show you guys this. I think I'm going to do this like once a week or something. Grab up all these crazy things that I find and go over them. These are fun topics, not something that I could really do a whole video on, but I definitely think there's enough to laugh at for a video that I could probably do once a week, because these articles come out all the time. It's definitely something that we can highlight weekly, which I like to do because I think that these are fun topics. So let's go through some of the stuff I found and see just how crazy the world has become. Like this. So the dictionary, gotta change it. Dictionary's got too many offensive terms in it. Too much. We've got to get rid of some of them. So there's a petition with over 30,000 signatures on it to change terms in the dictionary. So the dictionary is meant to be a reflection on English. It's words that we use. So if you're looking up the B word there, like the sign she's holding, you're going to find stuff that says in the dictionary that's also a term used in a derogatory fashion towards women. That's not a slight on women. It is a way the word is used in English, though. So it's justifiable that it's used in that context in the dictionary. But these people are saying that, because it's offensive, it's got to come out of the dictionary. It's got to come out. It makes no sense. It's not in there as a slight. It's in there because it's a dictionary. But of course, English is offensive now, so we have to take that word out of there. It's all, just a step towards reshaping the language in some ways. But, well, isn't that the goal after all for a lot of these people? Next up, we got this pub. So this pub, all right, let's go over this. So here's what's going on. It's, of course, it started over on Twitter. Where else would something like this gain traction? So here's the story. We'll go over to the Twitter real quick. Hey, Melissa Cole, me and Jude saw this sign tonight, and Beverly and Jude said, WWMD, what would Melissa do? So what's the real problem here? Well, it's because it says fellows and gentlemen. That's why it's a big problem. So, of course, people are all offended. Look at this. So on this tweet, it says, we hide sensitive content. It's sensitive content. So this one says, I'd express deep surprise with the owner of this micropub. It doesn't seem to want 51% of the population. Like, no one's paying attention to the sign, you dummy. No one's paying attention to it. So what I find funny is first the micropub had some balls and they weren't going to do anything. And they went to social media and they posted this. Put up 6 years, and this is the first time the PC Brigade have had a pop. Of course, women can come in checkers as long as it's to collect their drunk husbands. They can even have a drink as long as it's bought by a bloke and they drink it outside with the kids. Old-fashioned humor. So they're making a joke there. It's a dad joke. They're having fun. But of course, this was met with backlash. Once again, it's still hidden as sensitive content here. What is so sensitive about this? Oh my God, it's so offensive. These people are so stupid. So, they had fun here. They made a funny little dad joke, right? But of course, they ended up bending the knee. They bent the knee, and they ended up apologizing. So they took the sign down. As you can see, please leave quietly to avoid disturbing the residents. The original sign was basically the same thing. Don't come in here and act like a fool and make the neighbors mad. And they said, following the tweets related to the signs and causing offense to a large number of people and many others, I, on behalf of Checkers Micro, unservedly apologize for any offense caused by the sign in my flippant response. A more appropriate one will be ordered. So they bent the knee. I would have had so much more respect if they had just went with the tweet right here and kept it up. But no, they took it down. Once again, Twitter clowns win the day. And how about this one? This one was a lot of fun to see because this is ridiculous. Tom Brady plays for the New England Patriots, if you didn't know, because I don't know how many sports fans are on the channel, because I mostly talk about a lot of anime, video games, pop culture stuff. But Tom Brady, I'm sure, is one of the most recognizable names in football. The dude has like 6, what does he have, 6 Super Bowl rings? 5? I know he's got at least one for each finger on a hand. He did a really funny video, I think on Instagram or Twitter, where he was hanging out with somebody from his team at a bar, and he's like, show him the rings. And he lifts his hand up, and he's got a ring on every finger. You know, like the dude's got a lot of championships. But of course, that has nothing to do with his popularity or the fact that he's 42 years old and still kicking ass out there on the field. Oh no. The reason that Tom Brady is popular, well, it's because of racism. It's because of that. That's why. That's why he's popular. So then, of course, we head over to the tech world. we see that people have a problem with Alexa. What's the solution to that sexist voice assistant that you have on your phone? Are voice assistants perpetuating gender stereotypes? This is a real thing people are concerned about. So because the default voice on your phone for an assistant is a female, it perpetuates that females are assistants or something, and people are worried about it, and they're saying that pretty much your phone has a problem with women. It's really weird that people are doing studies on this. What a complete waste of government funding. So, I mean, I like how when things are default that's an issue. First off, people do marketing research on things and people probably find the voice of Alexa to be more pleasant as a female, which is why they more than likely went with that as a default. But any lazy person can go into their settings very easily and change it to any voice they want. There's literally an assortment of like 30 voices you can pick from for Alexa. I could be wrong. There might be more. I haven't had an iPhone. Oh, no, this is the Amazon one. I know for my experience with the iPhone, whatever they call her, I forget, but there was like 100 voices. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of different voices for Alexa through apps. But hey, you know, anything that has any kind of female on it is a problem. Right. I mean, I just did a video on that yesterday where I talked about how it's okay to objectify men, but if you do anything to, you know, Victorian era women, the Puritans will come after you. Then, of course, let's not forget about those pesky dollar stores. So, dollar stores, Dollar General, is racist. Having these in your neighborhood that apparently hurts POCs. So we see here, they show this chart and how it's changed over the years and what areas it goes in. And they say, well, in this area, there's not as many. Well, that's because no one's living in like some of those areas. They're rural areas. But they leave that part out. They twist it to how they want. And they say, well, it hurts POCs. It's Dollar General's racist. That's pretty much the argument. Just the fact that this kind of argument exists is stupid. And then finally, because this won't go away, I keep seeing a bunch of articles talking about how, you know, women have to date down. It's the man's fault, basically, because the woman can't find a dude that makes more money to them now. What a stupid argument. What are you doing? So it's the man's fault that, you know, he doesn't have the same college level or the education level as the woman now. Because most universities are full of women now. A lot of men aren't even going to college. A lot of men are just giving up and not really doing anything. Pretty much, it's a problem in itself, really. Like men that get left behind. Really good video. I watched Tim Pool talking about that a while ago. But yeah, men are getting left behind, and that's not a problem. But what the real problem is that women can't find suitable mates. That's a bigger problem, I guess. Got to think about them women. Got to protect them every day. This is a weird, strange clown world that we live in. So anyway, I have fun making these videos. I'm going to probably do them at least once or twice a week because I find so many of these stupid articles. They're kind of fun to just go over real quick for video. It's fun to put up content. YouTube likes when you put up a bunch of content. So we'll chuck them out there when we can, and we'll have fun with them because these are fun topics. Fun to laugh at anyway. So I hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you're still subscribed because that's important. Share the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.